Hello, welcome to a new video of Dynasty War, and today we're going to talk about Awakening skill and just regular skill after Awakening, and today it's going to be Cao Cao, so a very important figure in the history, and it's also a very strong hero in the game. It's a shield hero, one of probably the best offensive shield hero for the longest time. Now obviously last week we talked about Overlord Sunset, who is another offensive shield hero as well. But let's focus on Cao Cao right now. Now his skill is very OP in my opinion, and I hate to defend against him because it never works. He summoned two minions, okay, Suju and Danwei. Well, let's read this. Summon Suju and Danwei to defend. With the defenses, attack first or this description is kind of stupid. What it does is he summoned the two minion with a lot of HP, as you can see, 14,400 HP and area damage of 323, which is a lot, which is almost stronger than himself, which is very close to a hero. Okay, and it targets defensive structure first. That's what it means with the defenses. Attacked it first. Honestly, they need someone to rewrite this. So the Awakening skill, which is a little bit on the weaker side because it only buffed himself his attack for 30 seconds, but it increased by 100%, basically doubling his own DPS for 30 seconds, which is the same duration of his two minions. So they basically become a very strong tank that can also attack. Now let's look at his own stats. He has a DPS of 411, okay, which is a lot. 411 compared when you multiply by 100%, that's going to be double, which is 822. Simple math like that. 822 DPS, close to 1,000 per strike, which is going to be like a shield hero, a sword hero for 30 seconds when you have 5 out of 5. Obviously 411 DPS is, I think it's better than Archer Hero, I think. No, maybe not, maybe weaker than Archer Hero, but pretty good. Now if you look at the two minions, they do 323. Weaker than Shield Hero, but their area damage. No heroes can do the area damage. Now these two minions have HP more than a hero, more than a 7-star Awakened hero. In fact, it's going to be more HP than level 70 because we have Transcending right now. So they have more HP than a hero. And they do DPS similar to a hero as well. Now 323 DPS, I don't think anything in this game, any troop in this game does this much damage. Even Tiger Warriors, I think it's at around 200 something. Maybe with Treasure, it goes up to 300. I don't think any troops in anywhere do that much damage. We can check the advanced barracks. I think these probably go up to like around 200 as well. Maybe they can go up to 300, but the Tiger Warriors starts at 120 something. They ends up at 200 something. So yeah, with Treasure, at most they can go up to 200 something, 300. At most 300, I would say. But as you can see, that's why Cao Cao can be very strong for at least 30 seconds. However, with Hero Seal, now Cao Cao is a very old hero already. It's one of probably the first set of heroes. And with Hero Seal, he's going to be much stronger. And as of currently, as of the recording of this video, it's been leaked or announced, I don't know, that the next 6 Transcending hero will be Cao Cao and 5 other heroes. So Cao Cao will soon have level 70, and I already know the Transcending skill, so we're going to talk about that in just a bit, but let's go to the numbers. So right here I listed the skill difference from 10 out of 10 to 15 out of 15. Obviously I don't have him, so I don't know what happened in between, but at 10 out of 10, his minion do 253 area damage, which is higher than a lot of 6-star heroes already, higher than most of your troops already. And simply the fact that this is area damage, this is very strong. These are like Tiger Warriors. I think they're really stronger than Tiger Warriors too, with a lot of HP. I mean, at 10 out of 10, the HP of these two minions, of these two baby heroes, already exceeds even crazy Juju's HP or even any shield hero's HP at level 70. They're around 9,000 something. So this is an insane amount of HP. Now, given the next 5 level, it goes up by 70, and then this goes up by 3,900. So these all comes from the 5 extra skill. I don't think his own level affect these numbers. His partnership might, but I don't remember his partnership. I don't think his partnerships are that difficult. From what I remember, all of the partnerships are maybe like 6 stars and 7 stars or below, so they're not too difficult to satisfy. And I also listed his own DPS because that's also important. As you see that his awakening skill actually increases damage. So this will determine if you need to upgrade his awakening skill. So in my opinion, obviously you need to upgrade this. This is a significant amount, 3,900 more HP. That's basically close to 40% of his original HP of the 2 minions. Especially there's 2 minions, Juju and Danwei. So there's 2 of them. So you're getting in total close to 8,000 extra HP to tank, and that's a lot. 8,000 HP. That's close to another level 60 shield hero, and for the damage to increase by 70, again, that's a lot. This is area damage. So when attacking, if the enemy troops stand right on the defensive structures, they will get destroyed together. Same thing with walls. You can break through walls together, because even though they might be attacking separate walls, however, the area damage will be done to, I think, like, adjacent walls, and that makes it easier to break open walls. I believe they have the same range as Tiger Warriors, so that's good for buildings in close area. I mean, they attack pretty fast too, so they're very good for these. Although they don't target troops or anything else, they target defensive structure first. So in order to be effective, the heroes or the troops have to stand on these defensive structures, and it's really easy to do that too, especially in the middle of the base. The 4 heroes, most of the times, they usually stand on the Purgatory Tower or the Frost Tower, and you can do damage to it, or they stand on the headquarter and you can destroy the headquarter like that as well. Very easy to do. Basically, once you use his skill, Cao Cao's skill, for the next 30 seconds, you have 3 very tanky heroes. Okay, Cao Cao himself, 2 minions, and all 3 of them have high damages, or at least damage that is significant. Okay, these are not high damage, however it's area damage, that's why it's good. Now himself, this is the DPS of Cao Cao at level 50 and at level 60 with partnership satisfied. Now this will go to the awakening skill. So as you can see, I mean, getting to level 60 is easy, so these DPS I calculated with 411. Okay, so you can see that once you awaken him, you can get his DPS up to 575 at awakening level 1 at level 60, obviously. So this is the DPS. So each hit, because it takes 1.2 seconds to attack, so each hit is actually a little bit more damage to this. So you can compare him with maybe Fan Hero at these stages. Now at these stages, at level 4 and 5, it's basically another sword hero. It's even stronger than sword hero if your sword hero doesn't have any treasure. Okay. Now I'm not sure about these increments, but I assume when it's out of 100, you start with 40 and then you get 15 every level. It just makes sense to do that because that's how the upgrade pattern for Sima Yi is. So I assume this is the same pattern for Cao Cao. But again, this is a big number. It could be a big number. So for 30 seconds, he can be a very tanky and very high damage hero. I mean, the main problem with shield hero is they don't do enough damage. They are shield hero, they're not sword hero. But his awakening skill let him become a sword hero. Although you might not need him to be a sword hero, but he could be if you really want to play him like that. Now the only trick to this is because shield treasure doesn't have the extra damage. Okay, shield treasure only give you HP and other stuff. They don't give you damage. So this is the highest damage you can get. And I don't believe Sima Yi's buff will work on him because it will be crazy. However, the attack speed will be applicable to him, and he could be a little bit faster. DPS wise will be higher. Okay, the actual damage per hit will be the same, but higher attack speed, meaning attack faster, the DPS will go up. Although you could increase this number with Hero Seal. Hero Seal will increase this number directly, which will be affected here. I mean, Hero Seal for a shield hero, I don't know, maybe you can go up to like 200, couple hundred like that. So you can bring up the DPS to maybe like around 1,000 for Cao Cao, which is a lot already. Now, should you level up the Awakening skill and his main skill? I think you need to upgrade both of them. And obviously, maybe it's not as obvious, but more importantly is his main skill, because each time you upgrade this, you're getting much more HP and damage output for his skill, for the 2 minions, and it's very useful. If you think that his own contribution is not really that significant, then you don't need to upgrade his Awakening skill, because he might not be he might not be doing as much damage as you think he would be in the 30 seconds, so you don't need this. But if you think he will attack a lot, and mainly probably the enemy hero, then you want to upgrade his Awakening skill as well. Now let's talk about treasure, because every hero needs some treasure. Now for him, I don't think there is any like must needed treasure, just like any other shield hero. Well, most shield hero need the same treasure. There is not a lot of choices, especially for offensive hero. Last week we talked about Overlord. These are the same thing that you need from Overlord. He has less HP than Overlord Sunset. So he, even with the 25%, he's just a little bit lower. And same thing, you want the shield that you want the regeneration once your HP drops below 50%, and then you regain the 50%, so you get 5,300 HP. Now as an offensive hero, you need the shield because you have 30 seconds to run in and get 5,000 extra HP for yourself. For defense, this is not as important because some people wait out the first 30 seconds. Now healing per 10 seconds, again, we talked about it last week. If he could sustain for 10 seconds, this will be useful. But it's not as easy for him to use his skill because he is different from Sunset, which has invincibility for 7 seconds. He might die pretty quickly. But I want to stop here and talk about the difference. Last week I mentioned the difference between Cao Cao and Overlord Sunset. Now the really big difference is Cao Cao's defensive or the tankiness, the ability to tank, is different because Cao Cao diverges to 3 different targets. Okay, his 2 minion and himself can use the tank, so you don't want to wait until he gets target and then use it to use his skill. You want to use his skill so that the 2 minions get targeted first and targeted separately, so that they can equally take as much damage, because they, even if they don't die, they will disappear after 30 seconds. So it's more beneficial to let those 2 take the damage and then let Cao Cao run in and take the rest of the damage if needed. So basically, in the beginning, you won't expect him to be dealt as much damage to him, so he doesn't need that much healing because you might have healer as well. And once he is inside the base and getting attacked, he might not last long enough to take the healing, take that many healing. He might be able to use it once per battle, compared to maybe Overlord Sensei. He might be able to use it twice or 3 times per battle because he will last longer. But I mean, there is not really any other choices that you want from the treasure. You can have the spawning 6 heavy cavalry to continue to tank. That might be helpful, but heavy cavalry dies pretty quickly. If your Cao Cao can't tank, then your heavy cavalry doesn't do much anyways. There are other stuff that you can get, but I don't think anything. This might be a safer bet. Maybe he lasts, maybe just that 1 second, that 1,000 something HP can save your whole battle. Who knows? But in terms of treasure for offensive shield hero, you need these 3. Okay, you need the maximum HP, you need the regeneration when your health drops below half, and you need the shield for the beginning. So let's talk about Hero Seal. Okay, last week for Overlord Sunset, we didn't have much to talk about because he doesn't need anything. I shouldn't say that. There's nothing that he really enjoys. Okay, but for Cao Cao, there is a big one, Ordered. Okay, increase the HP and damage for summoned troops. So he does summon troops. He summoned the 2 minions, and they will be affected by this and by a lot, 30%. So the top row is a 10 out of 10 because you can use it before awakening. It's still a very amazing, very appealing amount. But more importantly, we have to look at this. 18,000 HP for both of the minions. 420 DPS, which is stronger than himself. Ridiculous amount. I mean, this is a crazy amount of HP. I don't know if it's even possible to do this much damage to both minion during 30 seconds to completely take advantage of this. But again, this is just insane. Crazy. So if you have this, your Cao Cao, your ability is going to be so extremely powerful. Now, other stuff can be useful too. Maybe the command, which increase the attack up to 30% for the troops surrounding Cao Cao. If you want more damage instead, oh, actually no, this always apply to it. Yeah, this always apply 30% damage to the two troops that he summoned. But if you want to apply 30% damage to everyone around him, then you want to use the command seal, so you can have that. But obviously this is the best. You have HP and damage. There's nothing else that you want from him. So basically, he can be a very strong hero, and you need a lot of equipment. You need a lot of stuff. You need treasure. You need hero seal, and his skill becomes ridiculous. And now because I mean, by the time that this video upload, I don't know if they released the update yet, but it has been leaked or they announced it. I don't know, but anyways, people know there are pictures out there that shows Cao Cao's transcend skill. Okay, so we know what it is already and how OP it is. Now, this is the second set of 6 heroes that are released to transcend. So the first transcend skill is always HP or DPS plus 5% for everyone. Okay, so the second transcend skill for Cao Cao is right here. Increase attack speed by 60%. Okay, so if you get that, that's during his skill. Okay, during his skill, again for 30 seconds. So these two, the awakening and the transcend skill, basically works together. Now I listed the DPS at each awakening level because you don't have to have max awakening level to transcend. You can transcend at any point after awakening. So you can transcend him at 1 out of 5, and this will be your DPS. Okay, from level 60. Obviously, these can go up because at level 70 you have a higher damage, you have a higher DPS, which I don't know what it is yet. There's no picture of that yet. They only have a picture for the skill. So even at level 60, transcended completely. Well, level second transcend skill at each of these corresponding awakening level, this is his DPS. Okay, 13,000 damage per second. Obviously, he only hits a certain amount, but he hits faster. So another thing, this skill makes him even better in offense. I mean, he is for offense, but it makes him a better sword hero. He is better than a sword hero if he is in this condition for that 30 second. Very strong again. Do you really need it? Well, I mean, this is just talking about awakening skill. We're not going to talk about transcend skill yet because not every hero has it. We'll talk about it when every hero has it. Then I guess I'll talk a new series about transcending. Now, the third transcending skill is extremely insane. 25% HP and damage to the 2 minions. That's why I listed here. So again, well, you take this number, well, put 25% into it. Take this number to 25% into it. So now you have 2 minions that have 23,000 HP and 500 area damage. Crazy. Okay, obviously you have to have the seal. Without the seal, that's still very strong. 25% from here, you're getting about 2,000-3,000. You're getting about close to 100. I mean, without the hero seal and just the transcend skill, it looks like this. Okay, this is 30%, this is 25%, just so a little bit lower than these number if you don't have the seal. So do you need him? Do you really upgrade his skill? Yes, you have to upgrade his skill. If you have the seal, I mean, if you use Cao Cao for offense, there's no reason why you should not transcend him as well as soon as possible. But back to upgrading the skill or awakening skill. Yes, definitely his main skill and then awakening skill, because you just have so much HP, so much tankiness, not concentrated tankiness like overall Sunset, but separated tankiness. So I mean, however you want to attack, but I think you want to use his skill a little bit earlier, just before he gets targeted, because if he gets targeted, that's too late. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.